Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Frostpunk 2, where it's all going quite well if you ignore the civil war that's currently going on. There was a little bit of a stabby incident in the council, a Pilgrim killed a Stalwart to death, and that then broke out into a civil war that we then need to fix, which is just wonderful. Thanks guys, thanks, that's really nice of you. It's not like there's anything else going on that we need to worry about, like, you know, the punishing cold, a lack of housing, a potential big superstorm coming in and causing issues. No, that's all fine. We'll just put that to the back of our minds and deal with your petty squabbles. That's all absolutely fine, dearie me. So yes, we need to sort this out quite quickly because, as we can see, the violence has spilled into these three districts here. So a food district down here is currently embroiled in a little bit of a fight. That's sort of okay, because we're fine for food. We have quite a big pile of it and a lot's coming in. So that's not so much of a bother. The big issue really is that the fighting has also gone to these two industrial districts here, and they were helping us make either prefabs or goods. Now, we've got a big pile of prefabs now, I think, because we took everything apart in Windhome. I'm not entirely sure, but that does seem like quite a lot of prefabs. I don't recall having that many, so maybe when we abandoned Windhome last time, we took things apart and bought back the prefab. So we've got an okay supply of those, so really, we would like to change this over to making some lovely goods. But I think, are they sort of still working? Are they operating properly? I'm not entirely sure. No, they do appear to be working, actually. They do appear to be working, although maybe they're not working at peak efficiency because, yes, as we can see, if we go and have a little look around, look, oh, there we go. We can go down to ground level and have a look. Yeah, there's quite a bit of sort of fighting and such like going on. There's a lot of people. Oh, that doesn't actually show the fighting. That seems to show everybody being sort of relatively calm, but if we zoom out a little bit, there's quite a lot of angry people about. There's a big load of angry people there. So, yeah, that is a bit of an issue. And possibly, yes, this fighting is going to make these not usable anymore. So we need to sort this out. So we've got to bring the fervour down of both the Pilgrims and the Stalwarts. And I think, yeah, we can do that a little bit right now by going to their sort of parent faction. So if we go to the Frostlanders and say, hey, Frostlanders, could you please de-radicalise the Pilgrims a little bit? That means the Pilgrims are going to get a little bit grumpy with us, but that's fine. They really like us right now anyway, so that's not a problem. And yeah, that brings down one of their little kind of fervour icon clenched fist rebellion thing. So if we do that, please. So yeah, do that. There we go. So some people left, 427 Pilgrims left, and their fervour comes down. And then I believe, can we do the same over here with the New Londoners? So New Londoners, go and have a word with the Stalwarts, would you? And just tell them to calm down a bit. There we go. So 709 of those have left, and their fervour is now down to nothing at all, which is quite good. Okay, so they've sort of been calmed down a bit. The Pilgrims are still a little bit grumpy with us because, yeah, we didn't go with their big idea. We didn't build in Windhome. We sort of, you know, dismantled it and took all the bits out of it. But, okay, so let's tick time on a bit and just see what that does to the tension. Is that going to help at all? I don't think it's going to help. And everything is red. Everything is all red, and around the edge of the screen, there's kind of like terrifying black sort of, I don't know, like marks of doom appearing. So it's not looking great right now. However, what do we have over here? Boiling tension, tension crisis. Oh, good. Well, yeah, do you know what? Why not just throw some more things into the mix? Everything's going to be fine, possibly. Stuart, tensions have risen to fever pitch and threaten to tear the city apart. I had noticed this. I'd noticed this on account of all the things that look awful. Angry mobs swarm the streets, and the city descends into a violent free-for-all. The people have lost faith that your rule can solve the many problems that plague us. The city spirals into chaos. If we do not calm tension soon and restore order, this will be the end. You must reduce tension to severe before the city falls. The city must not fall. Okay, so currently, yes, tension is catastrophic. And I think, yes, it's being increased quite a lot by battles in the districts. So we do have a thing over here which says optional, use the protect district ability on all districts engulfed in fighting. And now it says 0 out of 5. Okay, these two over here have been engulfed in fighting as well. Okay, I didn't notice that over there. Okay, they're both food districts, I think. And again, we're sort of okay for food. Let's go over here, look. Let's go over here. Where is the protect? Yeah. Okay, unavailable. because it requires 16 guard squads. Oh, there's our guard squads. Right. How do we get more guard squads? Is there something we can build that gives us guard squads? How about the surveillance watchtower things? Output 12 guard squads. Okay, and I think we should have room over here to build those in our gigantic, big kind of sprawling housing area. I'd like to think we've got some space. So, okay, let's pop one of those into there. And that's good as well. That's good for reducing reducing crime and such like. That's got to be a good thing. And we'll pop another one over there. So that can hopefully up the number of guard squads we have. Also, as well as all that going on, all this kind of, all this violence and kind of civil war and such like, we still do have to keep other things ticking over. So, over here, we need to get some more housing on the go. So if we expand this a little bit, so 1 and 2 and, that'll do, 3. There we go. I think they're near to a heating hub. So that'll get some more housing in. That's going to be quite good. Okay, right. People are being killed by the fighting. That's not good news, is it? That's generally a bad thing. Okay, hang on. Let's get another housing district on the go. So yeah, there we go. It's next to that one, so it gets the bonus for the heating. That is brilliant. Yes, okay. Right, is there anything else that we want to get over here? I'm thinking maybe another heating hub. Possibly if we put heating hub, say, just here, that can help heat those 2 districts. So that might be quite handy. And then, yeah, another housing district could go down here, possibly. This could be our sort of big housing area. Or maybe put it over here and build around here. So, okay, let's do that as well. So, Frostbreak, I think... hang on, yeah, get rid of that bit. Like that. 1, 2, 3. A bit like that. Yeah, do that. So, Frostbreak that. And then we still do have quite a lot of workforce left. Now, some are going to go into these buildings, and that's fine. But, yeah, I'm thinking maybe if we can get some of this sorted out over here, we could also build another industrial district and then start producing goods. Because that's a big issue for us. We're not making anywhere near enough goods. So I think, yeah, if we could get some more of those in, that would not be such a bad idea. That's housing. We don't want to build it next to housing particularly. What if we put it... Oh, there's materials in the ground over there. That's all housing. How about then we put it along here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A bit like that. That'll do. So we can go next to there. So we can put another industrial district over here. And then, yes, we need to wait for these things to be put together. These sort of surveillance watchtowers need to go in to give us more guard people to then go and sort out the squabbling. Deary, deary me. Okay, could we potentially use the negotiate peace agreement community action on the Stalwarts? The Stalwarts, they like us. They still do like us. Their sort of favour bar is that lovely golden colour, but it has come down a bit. So could we... yeah, where's the negotiate peace thing? Is it in there? There we go. Negotiate peace agreement. Ask what it'll take to convince them to abandon militancy and hold a vote for peace. The faction's fervour will be reduced to 0. It already is 0. But they don't have any sort of extra sort of fervour things going on. So let's have a chat. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get these things done first. Let's get these surveillance watchtowers in. Let's get this sorted. It shouldn't take too long. I think we should be okay. So... they're going to go in. Oh, hang on a minute. It's slowed down time because of that. Right. They've gone in 34 guard squads. Let's go and have a look at this. Casualties in the fighting. Steward. 193 Stalwarts died in a recent battle. They were overwhelmed as their opponents stormed with fervour and fury in their eyes. This will eventually lead to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Higher fervour of warring factions means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the civil war ends. Okay, what are the numbers? What are the current numbers? How many of them are there? 6,200 Stalwarts and 4,500 Pilgrims. Okay, so there's less Pilgrims, but they're a little bit more furious. So they're going to fight a bit harder, possibly. Okay, right, do this frost breaking here as well. Get that done. Okay, marvellous. And then I think Let's get the... nope, that's the wrong button. Let's get the heating hub in. If we pop that there, that's going to be quite good. So put that in just there, please. Yes. Get that in. Yeah, do we want any other kind of hubs? Do we want anything else over here? We could have a good stockpile. Is that ambitious? Is that ambitious? I was thinking maybe over here, near where we build the additional sort of industrial district, is it worth putting in a good stockpile? Because, you know, we might store some stuff. We might get some goods on the go one day. And that might be quite good. Yeah, workforce demand in neighbouring industrial districts is decreased. I mean, if we put it here, does that help? It's next to one district. And then can we build... where are we? Districts, industrial district. Could go around here. Do you know what? Let's put one of those in too, shall we? Just for fun. A good stockpile. A bit ambitious, granted, but there we go. And then, can we build the other industrial district along here then? Let's do that. Okay, so it's next to the hub thingamajig, or at least I think it is. Yeah, there we go. So we've got minus 10% workforce requirement, so that's not too bad. And then I don't think we're going to get the heat thing from it. I'm not sure, actually. Can we do that? Potentially no. I don't know why we can't build just there. Why can't we build just here? Is that not frostbroken or something? Is that not frostbroken? Did we not frostbreak that? No, that should be fine. Is that part of an existing district? No. Why can't we build there, game? I want to build just... Oh, now we can. Oh, okay. I didn't think we could before. So, yeah. Like that. So, are we going to get the heat boost? Yes. We get the heat boost. It's near an industrial district. So, it's going to get... Ah, no, hang on. No, I think the heat boost is going to this bit here. That food district. But the one we're building is near a food district. So, it gets plus 20 heat. And it's near enough to the good stockpile for 10% less workforce. Okay, so... Also build that. Right, now we can go over to, say, just here, and we can protect. Okay, so let's try and protect this a little bit, shall we? So 16 guard squads, please. Boop. Okay, so do that. Oh, district protection priorities, civil war. Steward, the guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be while protecting this district. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure, halting its destruction, or they could focus instead on keeping civilians out of harm's way and preventing their deaths. What should be their priority? Saving lives. Absolutely saving lives has to be the priority. We can rebuild things, but we can't bring people back to life. So, yes, absolutely, protect the people, please. And, yeah, relations marginally improve with all communities. Okay, that's quite good. However, that will require 24 guard squads. Okay, so that's doing that over there, but now we're back down to 10 guard squads, and we can't do anything over here, or anywhere else. Brilliant. Brilliant. Isn't this just fantabulous? Okay. They've finished frostbreaking over here, so now we can get the additional housing district in, because, you know, we still have to maintain order in this regard as well. So pop that in too. So that should hopefully, once that's upgraded and that's in, that should give us, all the housing we need, and then maybe a bit extra for when people eventually move in, because we know they will. And then, yes, also over here, we could do with building some more of the surveillance tower things. In fact, do these surveillance hubs give us anything? No, they just reduce crime. Okay, so, yeah, I think we might need to build some more of these just to get some more guard squads in. Just loads of these over here, many of these. Have we got any space anywhere else for those? Have we got any spaces where we can build any more of these? No, I don't think so. Can we make any districts bigger? We can potentially make that one bigger. That might be okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, make that bigger, please. Can we make that one bigger? Potentially again. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Make them bigger, and then we can put more surveillance towers in. Oh, dearie me, more people are being killed and injured in the fighting. Would you not stop it? For goodness sake, just stop this silliness right now. I'm going to come in there and I'm going to tell you off. I'm very, very cross. Okay, that housing district is in down there. So our housing is now down to -51. Why is our housing down to -51? Did some people just move in? I didn't see. Oh, I suspect maybe our population just went up, but I didn't see the message. Oh, crikeys. Okay, I thought we were on top of the housing. But do you know what? No, it turns out we aren't. Oh my goodness me. Okay, where can this expand to? That'll have to go out like that, I think. Okay, so bring that out. That's going to be a bit more housing. Oh, this is... this is all getting very silly, isn't it? Unless, do they not count for housing because they're being upgraded? I'm not entirely sure. Let's move time on nice and quick and get this done. Let's just sort this out. Okay, so... boop. There we go. Right, so they've both been upgraded, so they're a little bit bigger, and I think it means we can put in some surveillance watchtowers, but only one, because now we're short on prefabs. Well, of course we are. Right, pop that in over there. That'll be good for crime anyway. Crime is now not particularly an issue. We've got a tiny issue with squalor. But again, that's not really that bad. We could put in another sort of chimney thingamajig to sort that out. Okay, right, I think we might need to do this thing. Let's try and negotiate peace agreements with people. Let's give that a go, shall we? So, okay, Stalwarts, hello there. How are you guys? Could we please negotiate a peace agreement? Okay, so Steward, following the Pilgrims' unprovoked aggression, the Stalwarts are very reluctant to talk about peace. However, they would be willing to hold a vote on a peace agreement if you were to provide some guarantees that their ideas will be represented in the city. Which part of their agenda are you willing to further? After choosing a topic, you will be prompted to promise 2 concrete changes. Personal responsibility. Okay, so move toward a city where individual achievements are rewarded and the unpredictable are held accountable. So we have to choose 2 of... pass, allow productive outsiders, research, unproductive do maintenance, research, privatised alcohol production. Okay, or medical innovation. Okay, so choose harvesting funerals, teaching hospital, experimental treatment. Okay, I mean, that's just 2 researchy things. We don't have to build those, I don't think. I think that means we have to research those. Yeah, is it 2? Did it say? 2 concrete changes, or nothing for now? I mean, yeah, unproductive do maintenance. Privatised alcohol production, that's probably fine. Yeah, okay, whatever, that's okay. I'm not so much bothered about that. Unproductive do maintenance. I think have we got all do maintenance right now? So if we choose that I think the all do maintenance thing was something that the Pilgrims wanted, was it? Or allow productive outsiders. I mean, that could be quite good. That could be quite good. Okay, nothing for now. Pilgrims, same question to you folks. Are we able to... negotiate peace agreement. Okay, so, hello there, Steward. The Pilgrims claim they were pushed to violence to defend their place in the city. They accuse you of having turned it into a place for Stalwarts and Stalwarts only. Nonsense. Nonsense and piffle. You are talking absolute whiffly waffly there. Before they even consider agreeing to a lasting peace, they demand you show goodwill by integrating some of their ideas. Okay, so 2 concrete changes. Technological adaptability. Okay, so research, a waste repurposing facility. Research heat recycling. Research refurbishing goods factory. Okay, they all seem like quite good things. I think we've already got a waste... is it a waste something facility? And heat recycling was to do with housing districts, wasn't it? We've got the heat productivity thing. So I think, yeah, we might have to... I mean, again, that's just a researching thing rather than a deploying it kind of thing. Social equality, research equal pay. Okay, that's quite good. Research mandatory unions. Research a workers' village. Oh, that sounds quite nice. That sounds quite fun. 20 shelter. Production efficiency is slightly increased. Or traditional families. Dutiful youth. Mandatory marriage. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. That's not going to be a good thing. I don't so much mind that one. Equal pay. And these are 3 research things. So we have to research 2 of these 3. Yeah. Let's go for that then. Let's tell them that we are going to deal with social equality, please. So yeah, okay. We're going to do that. So what are we going to do then? Steward, the Pilgrims are pleased you're willing to commit to social equality. If you enact 2 key elements of this vision, they'll trust you enough to envision a long-lasting peace. What's the first measure? I mean, a workers' village. Here we go. Research workers' village and build at least 1 workers' village in any food district. Yeah, okay. I like that. So, a workers' village. We've got to do that. And then, okay, the second one, equal pay. I don't know what the current thing is, or mandatory unions. Okay, so what do they do? Equal pay, trust up, heat stamps down a little bit. Unions is production efficiency down, trust up. I'd rather go for equal pay. Equal pay. Labour is labour, and thus all will earn equally. This will eliminate discrepancies between the workers and the elite. Oh, see, that's a tricky thing, isn't it? That's a tricky thing, because skilled jobs, and possibly more dangerous jobs, should be paid a bit more. Because they're either more skilled, you've had to learn, pick up stuff longer to do the job better, or they're more dangerous. So, is that entirely true? Is that entirely correct? Or unions? To ensure their well-being, workers will be required to join unions that will co-manage their workplaces. Okay, so production comes down, but trust goes up. Our trust is pretty good, but on principle, I mean, both these aren't particularly great, are they? But mandated unions. Let's at least get people to join a union. And that's okay. That's like a little club. It's like a little friendly club they can join. I think the equal pay thing is, I don't like, labour is labour. I disagree with that. I disagree. If you're going to go into like the people in Winterhome, I would like to think that when they were going down into the mines full of gas and they were risking their lives to get cores out, I would like to think they probably got a little bit more money than somebody back at, say, the old Dreadnought who was, doing an easy job sweeping snow off the streets or something. I kind of feel like there's not really a sort of a fair sort of thing there. If you're saying, it's all, labour is labour, everyone should get paid the same. I'm not really on board with that. So do you know what? Mandated unions. Let's go for that one, please. Okay, as soon as you fulfill your promises, they lose all their fervour. Okay, so pause time. Let's get this done as quick as we can. We are quite good at research, so a workers' village would be in city, possibly? Where is the workers' village? It's up here, is it? Not enough heat stamps. Haven't we got enough heat stamps? This is... Here we go. Here's workers' housing. We need 100 heat stamps. I thought we had loads of heat stamps. I imagine we've got no heat stamps. None at all. 0. Oh, okay. Where did they all go? Right. Okay. How many do we get per week? 34 per week. Is it maybe worth going to the Frostlanders and going, hey, Frostlanders, could we possibly have some funds? That'd be 997, but relations will significantly worsen. And right now, that's not what we want. We want people to be completely on board with us so they can help us out. Okay, do you know what? We're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait for the heat stamps to come in. Oh dear. One of our districts, expanded extraction district, has been damaged. Whereabouts is that? We need to go and fix that as soon as we can. Where's the damaged district? I can't see the damaged district. An extraction district. Over here, possibly? No, that's not... here's the extraction districts. They're not damaged. It hasn't got the icon to show that they're broken. That one's fine. That one's seemingly fine. I think that's it for extraction, isn't it? Oh, there's some over here, actually. Hang on. Is it that one? That one appears to be okay as well. Maybe they fixed it? I don't know. Yeah, I do not know. We're going to hope that they fixed it all and it's marvellous. Okay, so this has gone in. So a new industrial district is in. Can you please start working on some lovely, lovely goods? And just to help you out, we're going to make it a bit bigger. We're going to increase the size of this. Oh, but we can't because we haven't got enough prefabs. Or anything else, of course. Okay, right. We need to get to 100 heat stamps to sort this out. We need to get the worker village done. Because, yeah, we need to do this, really. Both of these things. A chemical hothouse has been destroyed in the fighting. Do you know what? You lot aren't helping. You lot are not helping. With your little kind of spat going on, you're going to cause the destruction of everything. We're all going to die of hunger or cold or something terrible. Please stop this. Okay, so I think next time... There we go. Right. Let's get this done. So, yeah, worker housing. Let's get the worker village done for the Pilgrims. So yeah, definitely for the Pilgrims. So, yeah, okay, 6 weeks. That's not that bad at all. So, right, get that done. And, we're back up to 22 guard squads. Yes. Are we building there? Oh, the chemical hothouse is being demolished. Brilliant. Oh, good. And I like the fact that all the food things are also falling apart as well. That's got... What's that got? A little bit of food left. That's got the deep melting drill, though, so it's still going to have a bit of food. And another chemical hothouse has been destroyed in the fighting. So the message I'm getting from this is that, yeah, the Pilgrims want to starve? Is that what I'm hearing from this? You know, they really hate eating food, and they just want to starve to death because we said no to them once. Deary, deary me. Okay. Right, people have been killed, and people injured. Deary me again. Okay, look, we need to get this done. 30% through researching this. Oh, hang on a minute. Now what's happening over here? Pilgrims take hostages. Steward, the Pilgrims stormed a new district full of the Stalwarts' neighbourhoods. They set buildings on fire to force them out before ruthlessly beating them. The Stalwarts had to retreat, leaving many of their own behind. Now the Stalwarts are begging you to help them free the captives. They're not fighters. Some of them are children or the elderly, pleaded a man whose family is held captive. War spreads to another district. We can't ransom them, because we haven't got the required resources, apparently. If we do nothing, trust is going to come down, and relations are going to worsen with the Pilgrims. I would have thought relations would have worsened with the Stalwarts, given that the Stalwarts have had their people sort of kidnapped. But okay, or negotiate a peace thing. We have good relations with the Pilgrims. We can call in a favour. Trust goes up. Relations worsen with the Pilgrims. I think we have to negotiate their release. So we'll do that. Pilgrims... trust has gone up. I mean, our trust is good. We are revered. Our trust is fine. The Stalwarts are liking us a bit less and less each time. We'll come to this in a bit. Wait there. So in fact, do you know what? Why don't we now have a chat with you guys? So, yes, let's negotiate your peace agreement. So it's either personal responsibility or medical innovation. Okay, the harvesting funerals, that's going to override a thing that we already have, which is like regular burials. Teaching hospital is going to override our existing hospitals. Although again, we have to research and build one. Yes, of course, we'd have to research one and build one, and then we'd have to, I imagine, deploy experimental treatment. That ups our research speed, but our research speed seems to be pretty speedy, so I'm not so bothered about that. How about this? Let's go for this one then. Personal responsibility. We can allow productive outsiders, we can research unproductive do maintenance, and we can research privatised alcohol production. Let's go for that one. Okay, so privatised alcohol production that seems like fairly straightforward. So yeah, we'll get that done. That's fine. That probably isn't going to upset many people. And then allow productive outsiders. We will only let in outsiders who will contribute to the city's economy and turn away the unproductive. Now again, I'm not fully on board with that, because if you are considered to be unproductive in the eyes of Stalwarts, it might not be your fault. And, you know, we might well be the last of humanity around here. We might be the last sort of big groups of people on the entire planet. And I think we have to stick together. We can't just cast people out. So how about, instead of not allowing the unproductive in, they can just do some maintenance? How about that instead? So we shall research that too. Okay. A massive list of things down here to get on with. Okay, right. Let's at least just sort of tick time on a bit, and we shall see what is going on. I mean, who knows what's happening right now? At least housing is down to just -9. And we can build a surveillance watchtower. I think we can't put one in over there, but we can put one in over here. So if we get that in, that might give us enough guard squads to go and deal with another district over here. Because, yes, we've now got, 6 battles in the district. So I think this one is coming down. This one is coming down. I think that district is going to be back under our control soonish, he says, as some people get horribly murdered in the fighting. But there we go, look. That's now been done. That's been sorted out. They're no longer in that district, I don't think. But do we not get the guard squads back from that? I thought maybe the guard squads might come back. Okay, possibly not. But once this one is done, that'll give us some more people to deploy elsewhere. So let's get this done, hopefully quite quickly. Also, that is ticking up, so only a week and 2 days left. Right, that's done. 34 guard squads. So let's go to... I mean, food. Food is looking okay, but yeah, I'd like you to get out of the industrial districts. So, hang on. Have they gone into... Which district is that in? They're in the... They've gone into the new industrial district, have they? We've only just built that. Please stop this. You troublesome lot. Dearie me. Okay, how about then over here? Is that... Oh, hang on, no. They're being protected. The one over here is just kind of fizzled out on its own. Oh, that's quite good then. Okay, so over here, look, let's protect this district too. So protect the people. 24 guard squads, let's protect more people, because the people are important. So, yeah, okay, do some more protecting, please. Okie dokie. Right, so we're trying our best in terms of the tension. We really are trying our best, but it is proving to be quite difficult. Just a quick check at the Dreadnought. How are we doing over here at the Dreadnought? Is everything okay? I think it is. Okay. Back we go to over here then, where things are a little bit less than okay. Okay, another chemical hothouse has been destroyed. However, the worker village has now been researched. Okay, so the worker village is done. Right, research and enact mandatory unions. Okay, so I think by the look of it, that might be up here. That might be just here. So we might have to go through work compensation first to then get over here. Because, yeah, I think that's telling us that that's where we need to go. So work compensation, equal pay, or efficiency bonuses. Equal pay was the thing that they wanted us to look at, which would have been a little bit easier, but there we go. Efficiency bonuses. Production efficiency is slightly increased. We'll do that because the Stalwarts like that. And they're sort of not overly happy with us right now, so that might get them on board a little bit. So 3 weeks to get that bit done. We've got to keep things ticking over for 3 weeks while they research this. Oh my goodness me. Okay, now this is fun. Right, that's another chemical hothouse being destroyed. This is not helpful, everybody. Not helpful at all. And yeah, we're back down to 10 guard squads. Because 48 of our guard squads are out there protecting people. So, yeah, we're running out of guard squads. How long have we got to reduce tension? 59 weeks. We need to do these things. We need to do these. Right, a workers' village. We can go to... Where is... They're currently being destroyed. Where's a food district that isn't currently being annihilated? Over here, look. Over here. That's got 2 buildings in it. Well, of course it has. Have we got a food district that isn't being destroyed and hasn't got 2 buildings in it? Over here. That's only got 1 building, but we could make that a bit bigger. There's only 54 weeks of food left. or there's only 58 weeks of anything left if we don't sort the tension out. So that might not be such a bad thing. Or do we build elsewhere? Yeah, they're over here, look. They're in all these things. I think they're not stopping them working, though. I don't think they're stopping them working. They're just potentially going to... We might build the worker village, and then they might take it apart again. They might destroy it in their violence. Okay, let's put in food, a worker village over here. Let's put it here, look, in that one, which is embroiled in the fighting. But I think, yeah, that's about the only place it can go. So pop that in over there. Please do not knock it down. Don't knock it down again, because that wouldn't be very helpful at all. That's not going to be useful in any way, shape or form. Okay, right, many things have just happened. Quite a lot of things have gone on. We have completed our worker village over here. So we've got half of the goals we need done for the Pilgrims. That's quite good. And I think we've done the research toward the next thing that we need to get to. However, I think... Is it the Stalwarts? The Stalwarts have put forward a thing in the council. They've suggested something we could vote on, which I think was the pay thing that we just researched. I think it was that thing, the equal pay. Not equal pay, efficiency bonuses. They want to put that forward to the council, which I suppose is a bit of a nuisance. Okay, and then, yes, mandated unions. 3 weeks, 50 of the coins. Okay, so get that in, please. We might need to get this done right now, because we can't wait for 9 weeks for this vote thing. Voting in 10 weeks. I think we just vote now. We vote now on this thing. Efficiency bonuses. Production efficiency is slightly increased. And if we do actually get this through, that might make the Stalwarts like us a bit more, because, yeah, they're not overly happy with us right now. So let's do this, shall we? If it goes through, great. If not, never mind. I'm not that bothered. We need to do what we need to do to sort out all the fighting. So let's just do a vote. Just do the vote right now, please. We're forcing the vote through. So it's on 22 up to 40, 50. It's exactly what it needs to get through. Okay. So hopefully, yeah, they're going to be a bit happier because we promoted their thing again. So that should keep them happy. Okay. We're researching the unions thing. Yeah, we need to get the Pilgrims out of fighting, because it's all the Pilgrims doing the combat. Look, all these icons are the Pilgrim violence icons. So we need them to go away, ideally. So, yeah, here we go. Mandated unions needs to come through. We need to research that in only about 3 weeks, which is quite good. And then we need to get that through the council. But there's going to be a 9-week, 4-day recess in the council before we can get that in. Oh, good. Good. Isn't that going to be fun then? Okay. I mean, on the plus side, we do at least have enough housing now. So that's quite good. Yay for some decent amounts of housing. Boo for everything else possibly falling apart. Okay, right, we are losing the trust of the Stalwarts every single second. I'm not quite sure why, but they've gone from liking us quite a lot to completely opposing us. We need to do something about that. Can we promote you? Can we do that? Publicly announce your support for the faction. Relations will greatly improve. Faction fervour will decrease. I haven't got any, but that's okay. We can't do those things. And we can't... Oh, we can't do either of those things. Right, okay. Maybe then we promote them. I'm kind of more on board with the Stalwarts than I am with the Pilgrims. The Pilgrims seem to be a bit violent and killy. So, yeah, let's promote the Stalwarts. They will be happy about that. That might upset the Pilgrims. But the Pilgrims are already sort of furious with everybody anyway. So, how about we do this? Because we have to get them back on board. Because, you know, their sort of trust has come right down. So, do you know what? We're going to promote you guys. Some more people have joined. This is good. They're still on slightly dodgy sort of favouritism there. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. What's the issue? What's the issue? Opinion on city direction marginally decreased by their opposition to the city favouring adaptation, greatly decreased by their opposition to the city favouring equality, significantly decreased by their opposition to the city favouring tradition. Okay, and when we can't do all the things you want, we have to sort of compromise a little bit. Good grief. Okay, mandatory unions has now been researched, which means I think in 6 weeks and 4 days now, we should be able to put that forward to try and get that on board. So that's going to be another thing over here done. And now let's look at some of these things. So privatised alcohol production. We've got enough heat stamps, so let's go and try and make these Stalwarts a bit happier. So whereabouts is that in here? Alcohol. Okay. So city-run alcohol shops or privatised alcohol production. Okay, so research that idea, please. That's only 50 of our heat stamps, so get that done, and then maybe in 3 weeks that might appease them a teeny tiny bit, hopefully. Oh, hang on a minute, I think I must have missed the message that said your scouts have looked around this area, because now we have 3 points of interest over at Dead End Crags, which does sound a little bit grim, doesn't it? Oh, there's nothing else around here, so that is the very edge of the explorable world, all the way down here. Okay, where can they go next? Although, hang on. There might be a thing here which they need to kind of interact with. So, okay, what's that just there? Site of conflict, the Rowit expedition. Oh, hang on. That was something to do with the Rowit thing elsewhere. A pair of broken down transports are flanked by unmarked graves. Neither damage nor death were the result of natural causes. If repaired, the transports could be useful for future expeditions. Then again, their cause could be useful too. Okay, so repair the transports, exploration time is extremely decreased, it's already quite quick, or take the cores. 2 cores. We only have 5, so 7 might be useful, or come back later. Do you know what? We will take 2 cores. Our sort of exploration time is quite speedy anyway, so that's okay. So we'll take those cores down to 5 teams. What's that there? A fishing spot. Okay, a little kind of fishing area. Okie doke. We'll leave that for now. I think we're okay for food at the moment. And then right down here, what is this? Deserter's End. The Rowit expedition. A transport lies in pieces, frozen corpses scattered around, unburied. Our scouts found a journal among the carnage. After that bloodshed weeks back, he's only got madder. He speaks of splitting atoms, setting the air on fire, ending the frost. He's declared this a one-way journey and hanged the men who argued. Not waiting for the same. Oh dear. Bury the bodies and go. For better or worse, we know Rowit's expedition will not return. Okay, so that ends that tale, but I'm fairly sure there was a Rowit thing somewhere else. Oh, here we go. Right, the Rowit expedition. Yes, okay, so they weren't going to do anything because they were determined that their leader would come back, but now we know that's not going to be the case. So, if we do this, okay, we're going to get 3 cores if we bring these people back, 100,000 coal stockpile, and we're going to get about 2,100 people. Hang on a second. Hang on. The coal stockpile is full, and we don't overly need that many people right now. We have other issues on the go. Got plenty of workforce. So do you know what? No, we won't do anything else out there right now. Let's bring those cores back. And then when we get back up to 10 teams, we'll go and have a look around somewhere else. Because we might as well try and explore as much of the map as possible. Because, you know, who knows what might be out there. There could be all sorts of exciting things. But, yes, we'll wait for those cores to come back first. Okay, more people have been killed by the fighting. Marvellous. But the alcohol thing has been researched. Okay, so now let's go and research unproductive do maintenance. So let's go and find that. Where is that? Ah, maintenance duty. Okay, so yeah, at the moment, we've got all do maintenance. So everybody is going to help us out. Material demand is significantly decreased. If we have unproductive do maintenance, material demand is slightly decreased. Production efficiency is slightly increased. Okay, so it's a twist on what we already have. The only thing is, we're going to need to pass this one, unproductive do maintenance, and get rid of all do maintenance, which the Pilgrims wanted to get in. So that's not going to go down very well. Okay, research that idea, please. And I think that's going to take, yeah, another 3 weeks. How long until that's available? 2 weeks and 2 days. Come on, we've got time ticking on the middle sort of game speed. we need to get this done. We need to get that done 1 week and 3 days, 1 week, 2 days. People are being cured. This is good news. This is wonderful. And that has to go through. The mandated union thing has to happen. Because if it does, I think the Pilgrims, the fervour will go down, which means possibly they will stand down from the fighting, which could be quite useful. Okay, right. Mandatory unions. This is really important. Here we go. 419 against 29. We need to negotiate. The Frostlanders. If we get them in, 41 plus 19 is, maths with Penge is 60. So if we get them on board, then we should be okay. So yeah, let's promise the Frostlanders something. So hello, and that kind of works well with the Pilgrims, doesn't it? So hi Frostlanders, please vote for this because it could potentially save the entire city. What shall we do? Build a silica foundry. That's nice and easy. We can do that. A factory where silica sand is utilised to smelt iron ore into materials with limited heat demand. Okay, so more materials. We don't really need that. Or build a Vanguard logistics bay. Logistics bay storing and handling only essential survival gear and providing training on how to use it efficiently. Okay, can we do that though? Are we able to build one of these? Have we got space to do that? That might require a research thing as well, but we're sort of okay for research. I would prefer to do that one. We have plenty of materials as it is, I think, so that might be a little bit better. And that one there, that's researching and voting. That's possibly going to be a little bit of a bother, isn't it? So we'll go for that one, I think. Let's try and build them a Vanguard logistics bay. Okay, right. So now 4 is 53, which means that will go through. Okay. Right. Let's do this vote then. Okay, this has to work. This has to work. Okay. Okay, it's on 53. Only a few more. No, actually, quite a few more went for it anyway. Not enough. So we did have to get the other people on board, I think. But okay, I see. Right. Social equality has been enacted. The Pilgrims are not as militant now. They have a portion of what they want. Relations with the Pilgrims improve. Pilgrims' fervour decreases. Okay. They're still on 1. I thought they were on 1 before. Hang on a minute. Wasn't that... Ah, there you go. It's gone. Okay. All fighters lack fervour. They will launch no new attacks. Okay, this is good. This is good. No attacks is a good thing. Hooray for no attacks. Yeah, the Stalwarts aren't happy with that. They're completely furious with everything because they feel like we've gone down the sort of way of the Pilgrims with regard to these things. Although I think progress and adaptation is quite samey. Equality, equality I feel is better than merit. So we've got quite a lot of equality and not much merit. And tradition and reason, I mean, they're sort of close. They're sort of close as well. But yeah, I think they're being a bit fussy. But yeah, they're opposing us again now. That doesn't help you guys. We went down your route of doing the whole winter home thing. And still you're grumpy with us. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's get that researched. Let's get that done. I mean, yeah, we still haven't got our people back. We've got the 10 Frostland teams back. Maybe we could send them out on another trip. I imagine mountains might be a bit tricky. Hang on. Down here was the edge of the world, wasn't it? So we can't go around here. Hills. 10 required. Materials and cores. Yeah. Okay, have a look around there, please. And it's only 12 weeks and 3 days. There you go. Adelaide Aarons is going to have a look around. So there you go. You enjoy that, Adelaide. That'll be a fun trip out, I'm sure. And I think unproductive doom maintenance is about to be researched. There we go. Okie doke. Right, let's get another thing researched for possibly progress. To maybe just make the Stalwarts think that we do care about them. Because we do care about you, Stalwarts. We love you. We want to do lots of lovely hugs with you. So what can we do that promotes one of their ideas? There's got to be quite a lot of things in it. Housing distribution. The Stalwarts. Merit-based housing. Okay, oh dear. So this, I sort of disagree with their ideas though. People who cannot afford to contribute remain unhoused. Again, we're the last people potentially on the planet. We have to work together. We have to come together as one and make sure that everybody's okay. That just seems really mean. So, okay, not that one, not that. But let me go through and have a look just to see if there is an idea of theirs that we might want to possibly research. What about researching a harvester hangar? That might be quite useful. They're built in logistics districts, and they are an aerodrome from which harvesters are dispatched to the Frostland to speed up food extraction. So if we're getting food out of the wasteland, from, say, that fishing site, or there's some deer coming in, isn't there, I think, at some point. So if we're getting food, building one of these means we get 10% more food, which I suppose is never a bad thing. 4 weeks to get that done, 50 heat stamps, and we could easily build one too. So I think let's research that idea. I like that idea. And then possibly over here as well, hang on, is that district... that's got 2 buildings. Has that got 2 buildings? That's only got 1 building. But there's fighting going on there. So if we do build a building, it might possibly get destroyed. Over here, we're looking fine. That food district has only got a housing block in. Oh, we've kind of hemmed that in now. Okay, that was possibly a bit silly, but never mind. I was thinking of maybe building something which would also make the thingamabobs happy, these guys, these Stalwarts happy. I was thinking of putting in a sort of an industrial building. What would they like? What would they like? Like a waste incineration facility or something. That is squalor down but disease up. We're okay for all that kind of thing. We need something for goods. A calibrated goods factory. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. We want that in. 60 goods, please. So if we put one of those in just there, surely that's going to make the Stalwarts happy, because we built them a fancy technological building. That's one of their ideas, I think. Oh, crikey, it's okay. Hello there, peacekeepers. Path of reconciliation. Steward, many of the common people support your efforts to persuade the faction militants to cease fighting. Some of them seek an active role to help the cause of peace. We know many of those now blinded by hate. Often they were our neighbours or even family members. We believe we can make them see reason, said a spokesperson. We will fight for it, if need be. Oh, this is quite good. People are willing to help us out a little bit. If you let them, they plan to engage in dialogue with those willing to talk and working to de-radicalise those open to reason. Members of the Frostlanders and the New Londoners, okay, so these sort of parent factions, want to dedicate themselves to de-escalating the warring factions. Well, about time, you guys. About time. I am one person in a city of like 30,000, and I've been trying to do all this on my own, and finally, you lot have come to help. Okay, allow civic peacekeepers. Okay, so 2,000 people become absent from the workforce, but the Stalwarts and the Pilgrims further is decreased even further. I think it's on pretty much 0 anyway, but that could be quite useful. And 40% less guard squad cost of protect district and protect people, or say no. No, we've got plenty of workforce, I think. Yeah, do that please. Come and help me. Allow civic peacekeepers. Okay, so we're down to a tiny bit of workforce, but now there's going to be no more attacks. So nobody's going to keep dying. Oh, there we go, yeah. No attack. We just saw that, didn't we? All fighters sort of lacking any kind of fervour whatsoever. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. So the tension will hopefully start coming down a little bit. Are you lot going to stop fighting, possibly? Okay, more people are being a bit killed to death in the fighting. Oh, so no new attacks are going to continue, but these ones are still going on. Okay. Well, isn't that a doozy? We've got to wait 6 weeks and 6 days until we can enact these laws over here. But we have got... Is that building in? Oh, they really hate us now. The Stalwarts are now openly hostile to us. Oh, dearie me. Rachel Dixon is a member of the Pilgrims, and she's looking out of the window. This city is not yet what we dream of, but it's a step, a crucial step towards setting things right for us. The city could ensure that everyone is taken care of equally. If the steward can maintain this, we might just be able to attain this peace they keep talking about. We've completed the peace agreement with the Pilgrims. Yes, we have. That's all fine. That wasn't a problem. Yeah, it's this here that's the problem, because they want 2 things to be enacted. But of course, when you enact things in the council, there's a really massive kind of sort of a cool-off period before you can do another one. So, yeah, we're going to have to sort of sit around and wait for 5 weeks while the council just kicks its heels. That's not overly helpful, really, is it, folks? That's not going to be very handy at all. And I think, because 2,000 people are now being peacekeepers, yeah, I think we haven't got enough workforce to operate all the things. We might be able to possibly nudge a few things back up. Yeah, that's kind of it. We're making about the right amount of goods. We're down on food a tiny bit. The food stockpile will last 1,000 weeks. Okay. I mean, yeah, it'll all be done in 1,000 weeks, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, right, okay. There we go. Assign research increases relations. Okay, so that's what we need to do to keep them on side. So, yeah, marginally increase... Oh, yeah, their relations are decreased because of the battle casualties. Okay, so now we're sort of favouring progress. We're not going to do merit. We need to do reason. Okay, so what can we now research that promotes reason? Okay, maybe we do this. Maybe we get extraction strongholds unlocked. If we do that, production efficiency in outposts is increased. So a little bit like the thing that we just researched, which made food extraction a bit better from the wasteland. This is just production efficiency increased. And again, that's good for progress, it's good for merit, and it's good for reason, which is all what they like. So do you know what? We'll do that as well. 4 weeks and 50 heat stamps. Just try and keep them on board a little teeny tiny bit. And 3 weeks and 5 days until we can do one of these two things. I'm not quite sure which one it's going to be. Oh, and they've lost some people. Okay, yeah, if you could stop fighting, please, that would be nice. Okay, right, delegate session. A vote on unproductive doom maintenance is going to be held, but we want to do that right now, not in 10 weeks. So we need to get that done. The only thing is, the Stalwarts now have completely lost any faith in us whatsoever because there was another big attack and they lost quite a lot of people. So I think they're just very, very grumpy with us. Yeah, the thing is extremely decreased by battle casualties. So I think, yeah, they're quite happy with everything else, but they're just a bit grumpy that, yes, they're dying quite a lot. Okay, so we need to get this through. We have to get this sorted. Although, actually, we do need to build a logistics bay first if we need to get the Frostlanders to vote for us. But I think maybe the New Londoners are more likely to vote for this Stalwarts thing because they're sort of linked, aren't they? So let's look, actually. I haven't got any workforce. We have no workforce. Everybody's too horribly injured. Oh, and 2,000 people are peacekeeping, which is good. We like that. But, yeah, we've got 1,300 injured people. This does not help at all, game. This does not help. Okay, let's go into here. We shall negotiate with the New Londoners. Okay, so if we do get them on board, they'll be fine. We'll get this done. This will go through. So we need to do this. Would you like us to research something? You want us to build a thing. Botherations. Okay, waste incineration, deep melting drill, or advanced fracturing pump jack. I mean, that would be good, but we haven't got the people to send over to the other site to actually build, to work the advanced fracturing pump jack. So that might be an issue. Deep melting drill. We could do that to get some more food out or something. Or a waste incineration facility. Squalor comes down, disease goes up. We're more likely to use an advanced fracturing pump jack. The only thing is we'll have to fiddle about a bit with getting actually it working in terms of workforce. So, okay, we will build you one of those. 449. Oh, no. Oh, no, even with this done, it might not go through. Okay, we have to try. Oh, no. Out of the 32 people, we need 2 of them to vote for us. Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's see if this works. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 49, 50. Game, I don't like it when you do that. Up to 65 in the end. I didn't think that was going to work. That would possibly have been it. Okay, right. So we're promoting merit. So they're a bit happier with us. That's quite nice. And their thing is ticked off. However, We now need to build a Vanguard Logistics Bay for the Frostlanders, because we promised them one. And we need to build an advanced fracturing pump jack to the New Londoners, because we promised one of those as well. And we haven't got any workforce. What's the workforce like at the Dreadnought? They've only got 44 people. Right, we need some more people in. Can we get some more people in? We haven't got any Frostland teams right now. Okay, we'll have to possibly look at that at some other point. Let's get this research done. Let's get this extraction stronghold research done. Get that sorted out. So 98, 99 and boop. Okay, so there you go. We're making them happy because we're researching things that they like. So we're trying to keep them on board as best we can. Right, where do we go next? Again, just things that might possibly make them a bit happier. I mean, there's all these hubs that we haven't even looked at. There's all these hubs, rail hubs, air transport hubs. What really? What's that do? Workforce requirement in neighbouring districts is decreased. Oh, I see. Okay, that could be quite fun. But okay, let me go and have a look around. Just see what might be another good thing to research to make the Stalwarts a little tiny bit happier. Aha, right, okay, this might be a good idea. So we already have chemical hothouses. We've already gone down that route already. So let's just kind of push that idea further and go for advanced chemical hothouses. It's 8 weeks to research, 100 of our monies, I think we've got plenty, and yeah, to build them, it does cost a core. We have picked up a few of those, so they might be worth doing. So do you know what? Research that idea, please, and that might again just keep them off our backs a little while. However, we now need to wait another 9 weeks and 4 days before we can then try to enact the privatised alcohol production ruling. So that's going to be a while. We've got... hang on a minute, it's not 1 week game, 39 weeks left until we reduce the tension. Yeah, because that's got to be done by then. So I'm not sure we can sort out the fighting. So yeah, if we've got another 9-ish weeks to then get the Stalwarts personal responsibility agreement done, that'll hopefully stop the fighting, which means that people can then recover and the peacekeepers can then stand down and get back to work and such. So that should sort that out. That will then hopefully go away, and then I imagine there's going to be all sorts of stuff to do to pass the peace accords in the council. I imagine there's going to be all sorts of compromises for that too, so that's going to be tricky. And then yes, we do need to get some more people in, because we need to build these 2 buildings, and of course to build buildings we need more workforce. We might need to bring some more people in. We might need to possibly nip out into the wasteland and get some more people on board. I've just noticed actually they've nearly finished doing their exploring. If we just move time on the tiniest bit, they should then finish that. So we're going to wrap things up for now, but let's just go and see what they find out there first. So the far reach has been explored. Okay, whereabouts is that? Okay, so I think that's the very top of the map. Okay, so we've been to the, as I would see it, I tend to look at it that way round. So no, I don't. No, I don't. I look at it that way round normally, don't I? The old dreadnoughts on our west, as I would see it. Is there a compass? Do we have a north and a west? And a south? Do we know which way is which? I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm only doing it that way because the writing is that way up on the map. I think, yeah, it's that way up. So, okay, we've gone to the far east of the map then. Okay, so what have we got over here? Have we got loads of things to make people happy? Because that'd be amazing. An explorer's grave. Okay, no we don't then. A pile of stones breaks the horizon. The cairn is both a grave and a cache. We firmly believe the core within was left for whoever finds themselves in need and not for the explorer's journey to the afterlife. Some of the scouts fear disturbing the stones, while others point out that we can take the core and reassemble the cairn afterwards. Okay, so we could grab a core or we could come back later. Okay, we know there's a core out there. It's only 1, and we have 6 right now. Let's not disturb a grave at the minute, because, this is Frostpunk, and bad things will probably happen if we do that. So we know that's out there. And then over here, a frozen grove. We found a grove of trees encased in snow and ice, the perfect site for a crew, with a wall drill to extract timber. Okay, so another material site. Okie dokie, right, so that's another thing that we could possibly do. Okay. So now with our team, what do we do? What do we do? I mean, food is food is coming down, but it's sort of okay. I mean, what can we use the team for? What can we use those the Frostland team for? I don't think we need any more kind of materials being brought back to us right now. I think we're all sort of okay with that. People. People is what we need. So can we find a location where there were some people? Was it over here? There we go. Right, let's bring these people home, and then they can add to the workforce, and then we can get those 2 buildings built that we promised the other people. That's what we'll do. And 3 cores. And 100,000 coal. I'm not bothered about the coal. It's fine. Let's do that, look. So we should do that. They'll make their way over to us, and then we can get building. And I think with that done, we will wrap things up for now. So, I mean, it's gone sort of as expected, possibly. I mean, we're still here, and not everything's on fire. I mean, some things have been destroyed, and our food production has come down quite a bit because, the fighting has destroyed the chemical hothouses. But we have tried to keep people alive as much as we can. Although, we are lacking guard squads. We just don't have enough teams of guards to go and help out. So, we're doing our best, I think. So we've sorted out the Pilgrim side of the deal, and we are, about 8 weeks and 5 days away from sorting out the Stalwart side of the deal. Hopefully, if we can do that, and we can get them to both sign these agreements, they can stand down. They can stand down, stop fighting each other, everybody can heal up, all the jobs can then be sort of, refilled, and it's all going to be lovely. And, get these buildings done as well. So we'll see if we can do that next time. But, it's proving to be tricky. It's proving to be tricky, this bit. We are struggling a little bit, trying to keep everybody under control. But, we're doing okay. I mean, our opinion is coming down a bit with the main factions. The Pilgrims really quite like us. They seem to be really happy with us. I think it's because we've gone down their routes over here of these sort of things, whatever they are. These things over here, the values of the city. So I think that one is the only one that the Stalwarts like, and these are the 2 that the Pilgrims favour. So they see us as sort of going for their ideas and such. So I think that's why they're still devoted to us. They're still looking pretty good though. It's just these Stalwarts have become incredibly cross with us, but that's because of the battle casualties. That's extremely decreased by battle casualties. So, yes, if they could stop fighting, they might realise we're not so bad. So, we'll see what we can do next time when we come back. Hopefully if this does work, I imagine the game will have something else to throw at us. I'm expecting, a little bit like the original Frostpunk, one gigantic, big, mega superstorm, where the temperature's going to come down to, minus 200 degrees, and it's going to be awful, and it's going to destroy everything, and there's going to be hail to blow things up, and we have to make sure we have loads of oil and coal and everything else. So I imagine that's what's going to happen. I think, we'll wrap this up, this bit here. We'll sort out the little kind of civil war, and there'll be one big final test. That's what I'm predicting anyway, because that would sort of make sense. But there we go. We shall hopefully find out if that's correct when we come back next time when we sort all this out. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Frostpunk 2. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. You're the first nugget to travel hyperloop Sonic or whatever. That house is just a bit ridiculous. There was a tank over there, folks. You don't need to worry about it anymore. It appears to have exploded. You better not blow up the fuel refinery or I will be very cross. Those 2 are writing letters to the stork. Very vigorous letter writing going on there.